Hey guys, this is Jamie with the BIM department, and today we're going to be learning about creating our own custom hatch patterns for Revit. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is install pyRevit. That's a free Revit add-on. So we have it in our B drive. Just click on there, go to install links. You're going to scroll all the way down, and it's spelled pyRevit. And just go ahead and install that. So once you have it installed, you're going to go back to your Revit. You're going to go to View, Drafting View, and you can call this anything you want. For our purposes, we're just going to call it Hatch Pattern, but the name doesn't really matter here. And press OK. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is go back to Architecture and click on Reference Plane. We want to select and put down some lines here to act as a boundary condition to our custom hatch pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a box using only reference planes. And I'm going to dimension these so that I get a perfect square. And you can size these however you need, or however big you need your particular pattern to be. So in this case, for this example, I'm going to go with a 1x1 square. And it's okay if you have some spare length to these lines. It's not going to affect your results. So the next thing that we want to do is go to Annotate, Detail Line, and you're going to want to select a solid line for this. So I'm going to use 0, 1 continuous, and I'm going to trace my boundary lines here. I'm just going to go with a very simple vaulted ceiling pattern. You can get as complex as you want, but for the sake of the example, we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to inset my lines 2 inches here. I'm going to inset another inch. I'm going to trim my lines. This one. All right. So I have my vaulted ceiling single tile already drawn. Now this is very important. Before you create your pattern, you're going to want to delete this line that's here on the outside. If you don't delete this, your hatch pattern is going to come out gridded. Remember, if this is one tile and a hatch pattern, if you repeat it, it's going to repeat like this, right? It's going to repeat on your boundary line. So that means you're going to end up with a bunch of squares here, and we don't want that. So that's why I'm selecting these lines and just getting rid of them. So we have our pattern. This is a single tile of that pattern. We have our boundary condition. The next thing that we want to do is click on pyRevit, go to Make Pattern, and we're going to give this pattern a name. In this case, I'm going to use Vaulted Ceiling Example. You can choose if you want to make it a detail pattern or a model pattern, and if you want to make a filled region within the project. All right, now things seem to be grayed out, so that means that we have to go back and do something. Select the lines that are going to make up your pattern. Go back to pyRevit, click on Make Pattern. We can name this Vaulted Ceiling Example. And now it seems that we can click. So I'm going to make it a filled region for this project. And I'm going to select Create Pattern. And I'm going to go from corner to corner. So this confirmation box tells us that our pattern has been created. So now I'm going to zoom out a little bit and go to Annotate, Region, scroll down to the bottom to Vaulted Ceiling Example, and test it out. So there it is, very own custom pattern